What's good, my G's? It's your boy Snow, Ignorant Gamers in the house. How you doing? How you living? How you gaming? If you don't already know, G stands for Gamerz. Welcome to the channel for the first time. If you here because of the headline, and if you are already down with the squizzard, you already know, hashtag IGZ up. Listen, because of recent leaks, Battlefield V, Battlefield 5, or Peso, or Cinco Peso. Anyway, Battlefield 5 has been forced to show their hand with that terrible 10-second clip, and then they had to follow it with an impromptu reveal that they did that showed no gameplay. And this is what happens when you got a smart PR team, when other people leak your stuff. I'm pretty sure that happened a lot sooner than they wanted to, and yeah, I'm not cool with that because it demolishes from E3. But let's talk about what it is. Battlefield 5 is the obvious next game, which is World War II. After Battlefield 1, the game that they always wanted to do, what makes you think they wasn't going to do a Battlefield 1942 technically part 3, because 1943 is a nice game. Shout out to Xbox One backwards compatible program because they just released 1943 over there. Go check that out if you haven't played it yet. Now, details. October 19th will be released for all markets. If you pre-order deluxe edition, you'll be able to play October 16th. And if you are part of EA Access or Origin Access, that means you get to play on October 11th, which means PlayStation, the earliest you get to play is October 16th because you do not have EA Access. And on this game, well, before I get into that, we will definitely get more information about everything I'm about to talk about on June 9th at EA Play. June 9th puts you at the Electronic Arts Showcase for E3. Now, what's coming back is War Stories. It's back and it's new and improved. The cool thing about this year is it will be ongoing content rolling through, and yeah, that's going to be a good thing. Now, the War Stories last time from Battlefield 1, I thought that was pretty dope how you were able to maneuver the way and how you played it. And they all somewhat led up to that monumental, eerie story of what was historically World War I. And it incorporated some women as well, which people had a problem with. Why I'm representing that right now is because people, again, have a problem with Battlefield 5 having women. And this just goes to show how poorly our education system is and just what people think of women in general. I'm not chiming in. I just know some people history lessons are different from others. Moving right along. This season or this year, there will be no premium edition. Now, with no premium edition means, well, how do you get in your content? Well, there's this new thing called, EA is calling it new, but they have this thing called Tides of War. And basically Tides of War is just giving everyone a schedule of when the content's coming out, and they're going to stick to that schedule. And it's kind of sort of like what Drive Club did, like what Rainbow Six Siege has done, what Uncharted 4 has done. You get what I'm getting at with that, right? So it's not a big deal. They're just going to hold themselves accountable to a timeline. So that means more single player content to help build up that, and of course multiplayer content as well. And I believe it will be co-op campaign content as well. I'll get into that in a second. Going back to the premium edition, with that being gone, you might be wondering, well, how these dudes making their money. I do believe there will be some type of transactions, but there will be no pay to win. There's got to be some transactions because there's a deluxe edition. So I'm assuming it will be, you can buy custom items for your soldier, but you can't buy weapons, you can't buy anything else. Nothing that changes the tides of the war on the field, but stuff that are customizable, because in this Battlefield you can make everything personal. If you've seen that trailer, you see those things that's on people's backs and guns and all that. That's whoever was in that gameplay, whoever did that, those are custom. You will not be able to see that. We get to customize all that stuff. So you play, you get that stuff. That's how that's working. Moving right along, Combined Arms is the first time co-op is in Battlefield since Battlefield 3. That is technically 3 Battlefields ago. It is a 4-player co-op, not like Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3 was a 2-player co-op. Battlefield Bad Company 2 was a 4-player co-op for Onslaught mode. Cool thing about the co-op is progress carries over to your multiplayer, so anything you earn, you know, for your characters will carry over to multiplayer. And I'm assuming your progress, like your level up and all that stuff, so that's gonna be a good thing. Now, getting into player movement, I heard something loosely saying that you're gonna have to do the jump yourself. So like, if you see that wall, and you know how we used to do it, you know, you see the little gate, you jump to the gate and he'll just finish it. Now you're gonna have to jump, time it, and hit another button to hurl over the wall. Yeah. Also, you can now throw grenades back, and you can shoot grenades in mid-air. Sounds pretty cool. And somewhere in there with the certain I guess vehicles, you can tow stuff, and you can tow like a stationary gunner and do a drive. Like, listen, that's already sounding crazy. I'm kind of excited for that. Now, squad play is going to change a little bit. I couldn't tell if it was 4 or 5 player squads. I hope they put in team chat again, but squad leaders can call in packages and strikes, because now, you know, you get squad points. So if your squad is doing what they've done in your previous Battlefield games, where, you know, squad attacks, or, you know, following orders, etc., you know, you earn these squad points for your leader, which is supposed to have you drop in, like, you know, support packages and, you know, weapons and maybe vehicles and stuff. Kind of sounds sort of like how I think Bad Company used to do a little something similar to that, and Homefront, the first Homefront game. And in the trailer you see, I think it is a V1 rocket, and that was called in by the squad leader using the squad points. So that's pretty cool. Now, in this game, they've done an evolution of operations mode called Grand Operations. It is a new mode. It will be narrative driven multiplayer maps, game types, and a medley. And some of these medleys are going to have new game types and locals put inside of it. These battles happen for several days, just like how it did any other one, but the several days now is a little bit more pressure sensitive. It's a tug of war style. If you win, you get a momentum into the next battle. If you lose, you get some degree of obstacles to hold you down and to hold you back as well. You really feel like, yo, you gotta win this. Let's just say best of 5. So, you know, that's that. Also, with the players in this is very interesting. I need more information about it, but we'll find out on June 9th at EA Play. There will be Fortifications. And Battlefield 1 Conquest mode, if you play long enough, you know everything got leveled. And that didn't take too long if players knew what they was doing. If you can go in today, you can check it out. It left the field wide open, as it did in real world. On this one, squads can reinforce areas of the maps. They can reinforce buildings, you know, stuff with like sandbags and stuff like that, gunner nests, you know, even reinforce the flags. So that's cool. It is going to allow you to be more strategic, because all that stuff costs you resources. Now, how do you gain these resources? I don't know. We'll see later. Now, earlier I spoke about the Tides of War, and, you know, and that's just basically giving you a schedule of when new content is coming. And I guess Tides of War is also going to feature single player content as well, but they will also include time events and stuff like that, just like, again, Drive Club, Uncharted 4, I think Gears of War 4 does it. So many different games. I think Forza's done, one of the Forza games has done it. EA is just finally getting with a set schedule. Way back when, they had loosely did it with Battlefield 3, and they changed a few things up, and they've kind of gotten away with that, especially when Broken Field 4 hit the market and it interrupted the progress of Hardline. So that's all I got for you today. I saw the trailer. You know, the trailer looked fine. That's never been a problem for EA and Battlefield. Some dude said it was Bad Company 3 a couple months ago. I'm gonna go find his video, and I'm gonna leave him a dirty message, because I told him don't play with me. I'm not for play. And yeah, I think I'll go now thumbs down that video when I find it. If you want to know what video it is, if I find it, I will let you know. Just leave a comment in the section below. I really don't want to go to World War II, but I knew it was coming. Doesn't matter. I'm going to buy this game. This game is not going to suck. I don't know why everybody was flaking on Battlefield 1. I guess they just didn't want to play with those guns. Well, that's 2 times in a row, because as I keep telling people, if you would have just played the game, they've done a lot of alterations to make the Battlefield 1 guns feel the way they should feel if you're okay with playing with Battlefield 2 guns, aka Battlefield 1942 Part 2, which is Battlefield 5. Yeah, so let me know what you think about that. Hopefully you enjoyed the information. I got it clear, concise. If not, again, June 9th. And there'll be a beta. I'm sure they'll announce it then. And yeah, your boy Snow, Ignorant Gamers, and I'm gone. Peace.